Hello boys, my name is Kureyoshi and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough, well, it's just 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. In the last video, we left off once again on the regular quest, trying to get some stuff done, and now we're just trying to A-rank all the missions as well as get all the items on them. So we have a couple of items to get here. For all the golden Skulltulas, I'm actually going to get some of them later, but for now, I will get this one, which is I have to defeat the Forest Dragon here. Ooh, okay then. Nothing for him. And being able to use the Master Sword. And we'll win Link's fourth or so weapon by completing this mission. Alright. We have Lana already making up here and see her. Very early on, we already have Lana to fight. My goodness. The White Sorceress. Whoa, okay. Well, that was nice. We got our item right away, which was a lot quicker than I expected it to appear. Now, you saw the golden Skulltula thing. That means I will have to deal with other stuff, and also, ooh, that was actually a quiet item. Never mind. There's so many Poes in here, that's ridiculous how many there are. I'm coming down as soon as I kill all these jerk Poes, which are all stacked up and kind of in the way. Goodness, that was 1,000 enemies right there. That's wonder how long it'll take to get the second part. I'm gonna walk down here and save this guy while I'm here. Rudo's here, that's why it takes longer. I should have waited a bit. Darn it. Not there. Oh, there it is. Finally got it. There were so many enemies, by the way. I wonder why they were having problems. Oh boy, Zelda's forces are now advancing to the ally base. Goodness, all these foes, though. so many icy big pulls here, my goodness. Look at all of the big boys coming out to play. Alright, what's this? Is this the item I'm looking for? Okay, there we go. We don't actually have to do that, then. That means rescuing that fairy was completely useless for us. I like this music, by the way. It's really epic. The Temple of Time music, or... yeah, it is the Temple of Sacred Sword, technically, I guess. One of the better tracks here. Alright. I guess I could just check if there's any other treasures here. Interesting. Central Keep, the one we think is a trap, doesn't actually have anything. And instead, there are 2 chests over in other stuff. The time goes actually pretty good for us. Not all things considered. Yeah, I think all of those have to be regular now that we've gotten all of them. Alright. Alright. I'll go ahead and show Zelda's intro. I probably should have shown Ruto's earlier because we've never actually faced her in battle before. Oh wow, we have an R-Jot to deal with now? Oh, wait a minute. That was a fake! Ooh boy, we have a new victory condition. Of course he had to do it just like the same thing. Oh, that's what that's there for. Well, I'm gonna walk in and defeat him. So that's what that's there for, basically. Okay, well, I don't need to necessarily use the fairy, so I kind of just walked up and did that anyway. I didn't even acquire it anyway. There we go. Now it's acquired. Go. Now the forces will be really weak. That's a bit obnoxious, Zelda summoning R-Jot to the battle. In weak mode, so it can't do a fireball attack on our allied base like it does usually. At least not this time. There we go. Except instead of summoning she summoned R-Jot instead of summoning King Dodongo like she did in Water Temple. That was, and it also is technically the actual Zelda, and not the fake one, also known as Rizro, by the way, if you were paying attention. And here's our new weapon for Link. I know Link has a really cute, lucky weapon, so I can't wait to see what this is. Right. The gauntlets. Okay. Not bad. That looks like a cool weapon. Oh, and yes, I got King Rome's level 3 weapon from one of the other items. I'm not sure if I showed that to you guys or not, but that was from the Master Quest. By the way, I'm trying to go to this other thing here. At least that I know of. Oh, we're limited to just Darunia. Solo? Not solo. Okay, good. That makes it a bit easier, because I could just use Link and Young Link again. I'll probably split them up, maybe. Have one take out one boss, one take out another, and see if that works. I like how you're not necessarily required to use our stuff. There you go. Darn it. Stop it. Just let me, do the thing. That's the same attack like 3 times in a row. Could you, like, do something different, King Dodongo? More better. Can you open your mouth, for crap's sakes? Fine, I'll have to spin you instead. Took so long I had to defeat him the slow way. Hopefully this one goes a bit better. Not any better right now. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, are you gonna open your mouth or what? At least I could defeat these other enemies while I'm here to build up my meter while I wait. If it takes really, really long, then I'll just do this. King Dodongo's really not behaving, so you know what? I'm just gonna send the moon down into him, if you don't mind. It's one of the coolest attack animations in this game by far. Yes, King Dodongo should have just opened his mouth. Now he gets the moon because of that. And then the sword afterwards. Alright, we got it done pretty quickly. Now Darunia will have another heart piece. Okay, there we go. That actually did go a lot better than I thought. Okay. And yes, I am trying to unlock another character because we need that character for later. Alright, let's keep going. Okay. We should almost be at the mission that I want on the other area. And in the meanwhile, I can add other pieces for my other illustration while I wait. It's a bush. It could be basically any bush though, so I need to make sure that's the right one. Alright. Watch out! All attacks are devastated! Oh boy! Welp, this is one of my least favorite mission setups in the game. What all attacks are devastating means it doesn't matter how high you train, it doesn't matter how powerful you are, it doesn't matter how much damage you deal either. Any attack, whether weak or not, will automatically put you at very low health. And then the second attack will kill you. It's basically this game's pseudo version of critical mode for Kingdom Hearts, if you know what that is. And in that game, you really get to other stuff. But it also mentions a couple of other extra things, including the fact that all attacks are devastating. So, every little attack by an enemy that does damage instantly, and also there's lots of other stuff that can be done as well. What I find quite interesting is the weakest enemy in the game becomes one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Because not only can they slap you from like a distance, but there's other stuff that could just happen. Not only that, but there's lots of other stuff. So you basically are forced to dodge a lot in this mission and destroy a lot of stuff in this mission. It is not fun. Obviously, I'm not interested in doing a lot of stuff other than the captains. Oh, and now we have artillery as well. And yes, you have to literally just spam the attack button on this to not die. So either you walk right into an attack or something else happens. The goal is to basically heal up to full health each time. Otherwise, things will just happen. It's a really brutal mission, yes. Yes, literally any attack can bring you down to low health, so it is terrible. Yes, and as you already know, the weakest enemy in the game becomes really not only that, but now you have these... You just never know when an enemy's gonna attack you. What does he even give you? SV full, that's not bad at all. Because I can use this to kill a couple of captains. It's probably the safest way of killing them, and there you see, look at that. This is what I mean by the enemies are devastating. This one is probably the one that's going to take the longest because, well, depending on what character you're using, it could just be really brutal. Other characters, not so bad. Any character with a ranged attack could just instantly snipe other stuff, whereas other characters... more than likely, you have to either use quick basic attacks to get them down, or use the bow and arrow like this. Since, as you can see, that also technically kills them. So you have to rely a lot on items and other stuff to really kill these enemies. Of course, it really helps because it turns one of the weakest attacks into a game into one of the strongest attacks in the game, because you can just do that. And you can also use specials to farm out kills if you ever need kill ranks. The most obnoxious is when there's a lot of Maker enemies nearby, because when you stop to attack, that's when they get a chance to hit you. Like I said, they can snipe you like crazy. Like, that one dude literally sniped me for like halfway across the map almost. And then there's artillery troops to deal with, as well as other nonsense. It's just really annoying. I like it. And yes, the weakest enemy in the game, and also, yes, that is an artillery troop. Basically, not a warrior troop at all, but an artillery troop. Now we're at the same scenario as before, except we haven't taken damage yet. And we could switch to our potions if we ever need that. Our potions, by the way, are our only source of healing, basically. I'm gonna run into this now on purpose so I can defeat them with this. Alright, we're done. Thank goodness. All attacks are devastating are not always bad. If you hit one opponent, they instantly die, and with some of the weaker characters, you can just use the bow to kill a lot of enemies. So yeah, because Hyrule's pretty slow, as you saw there, basic attacks didn't work, we basically just spammed the bow on everything. That's the strategy. Thankfully, it's pretty straightforward, assuming you're given a room to breathe. If not, then it's a bit annoying. Thankfully, when it's all attacks are devastating, they usually let you just do 8 enemy captains instead. Somehow, though, we just barely managed to hit the KO count, even though we probably... we shouldn't really have gotten more than... or I expected it to be more than that, but... Oh, wait! It isn't a KO count. That's right. It's damage and other stuff. And since it's just quite a bit, I probably assume no damage is the way to go. And yes, it didn't matter what level I did. So, it's the same all the time, basically. Alright. Okay, this is the one I fought that was here. Okay, let's keep going. Fine, I'll just skip that and go later. Or actually, even better, I could just go straight to this and clear this instead. Watch out, all attacks are devastating again. Oh boy. We have to do this as Fi. Ugh. Well, time for probably another bow and arrow montage again. Except Fi actually has some good dodging, so she might be able to survive. But the fact that she's also slow doesn't really help, so I have to use bow and arrows. I also saw a lot of imprisoned faces there. Hopefully that doesn't mean we have to take out that brute. The imprisoned still has its full health, by the way. So this is similar to what we did before. Except now we're doing our stuff, and yes, the Degu Babas also do full damage, so we have to kill each of them as we move. Which is not annoying enough. And then the Imprisoned have an insane range on them, so that doesn't help out either. Okay, there we go. There's no way I'm even going near this, most of these characters with Fi. I'm just gonna lure each one of them out and just spam the bow on them. Since the bow kills them, I may as well kill them. And if we need to, we could always just deal with our opponents while we wait. Oh, now we have the artillery troops. This is where it gets really bad. I can see if there's... Oh, those are artillery. That's bad. Somehow that killed him. I must have already killed him before. Okay, I was really brave there. That should have not worked, but oh well. Lots of dodging. Okay, now we have to walk in here and AoE them down here. See if we can get all of them. Oh, only 2. We need more than that. Nope. Darn it. Where's the last one? I need to check this because I don't want to be sure that I know where this is. Imprisoned. Oh, wow. There's only 1 left, actually. Never mind. Yeah, 1 singular enemy left. And it's right there. I could just do that. Okay. Well, we survived that. I was really scared for my life on that second spot. As you can see, you have to play a lot different when all attacks are devastating. You basically just have to walk around and basically dodge all the time. Either do that, or then you'll get hit, or you just use the bow and arrow. Thankfully, with a good... Even with a bad character, the bow and arrow makes most of these missions much easier. Since all attacks are devastating, that means the bow is as well. And the bow is pretty good at range, so yeah. And if you want to deal with bigger attacks, as you saw me do there, you could just use your special attack and that'll work. As long as it catches the enemy you want, it'll die. And it's really good for dealing with the weakling enemies in particular. Ah, it's nice. The fact that I even have to walk through a lot of enemies is terrifying. Okay, there we go. We got our item from that. Yes, this is a strength block there. So we use that to remove that, and that gets us an reward. This one for Hyrule. Is it solo? No! Ah, thank goodness. Okay, we can use Hyrule and Link. And he also has a gauntlet item now, which is basically a Electro version of a different item. I like how it's listed before Master Sword, as if Master Sword's still a stronger weapon, but I can't even unlock its full power yet. I have to unlock all the other weapons first. Okay, there we go. And we got an error again. This happens a ton, by the way, for some reason. That's the second time I've just launched a mission and it just immediately crashes. Well, that's not fun. So, because I think it got delayed, I have to use the item, and then I have to reuse the other thing. It's just super annoying. Oh, and guess what? Enables are actually required to beat this mode. One of the modes requires it. Oh, no. Jeez, I went to the wrong mode twice because I was so confused. Okay, it goes right back to where I was. And technically that is counted as a save, okay. Okay, this time let's actually not get screwed here. Please? Okay, good. I don't know why that happens. That's probably just a regular glitch's fault. They'll probably have to fix that at some point. Just it randomly clashing. Part of it is I'm played the same game for a long time, but also there's other stuff. Oh wow, we have to beat ourselves already. That's not a fun start. Why are we being a clone of ourselves? Alright. Alright. For once, we're actually fighting King Dodongo on the area where he kind of belongs. Oh, that's the alternative attack. Sometimes he'll just choose not to open his mouth on an attack, even though that's supposed to be what happens. Find it annoying. Oh boy. Lana's all... Oh, wait, no, he's over there. Okay, never mind. I'm going straight to her then. Alright, there we go. Another King Dodongo. This one's right next to Hyrule, so I'll have to be quick about coming back when the time comes. In case you're wondering, every time I defeat a certain set of enemies, that's when reinforcements will appear. They're both on the right side. I didn't even have to defeat her, but I just smacked her around a bit, and then the enemies around her died, and yeah, that happened. Yeah, my apologies, by the way. I actually can't tell if Impa is a girl or not. In Skyward Sword, it is showing just because of the voice that Impa is a girl, but in this one, it sounds more like a boy. Who knows? It's kind of a strange way to ask, probably, but, yeah. It's just something that happens, I guess. Okay. Okay. Giriam is now viewable in the gallery, apparently. Oh boy, let's see what that is. Oh, there's... It's a Mysteria character. I thought there was one here that had, a heart piece and piece of heart for Darunia, but I guess not. There's nothing I could do here, so I guess we're just going to, just defeat the Warriors of Time and see what happens. We're gonna use, his Impa, because, he has a boost, so yeah, why not? Beyond that, though, we need an A rank. Well, not even that. We need a C rank to advance on, but I'll probably get this accent. Oh, this is quite interesting. And Viral's now also a lift Arania. I learned, by the way, that there are quite a few things to deal with. One, oh, jeez, I can't, Sheik's killing me. I learned if, you do not, defeat those Cuccos in time, then they actually, unleash an army that kind of attacks your own troops, and it's a bit annoying. And it's not really nice to deal with. Then we also have commanders that are attacking our bases. But that is also in a keep I need anyway, so I guess I'm gonna have to go here. I guess part of the problem is when I did the mission, I was pretty weak, so the Cuccos are kind of strong. Okay, they're gone. This is the not fun part about this, is when you have to stop these Cuccos from enraging, and then you have to deal with other troops while we're at it. And now we finally get to escape. Alright. I don't know what else to do except just go around taking out the enemy troops in the way. It could be easier to just weaken the enemy, and then once the enemy is fully weakened, we can take out the allied troops while we're there. Part of the problem, though, is that this map is kind of obnoxious to get through. So once you get to a certain point, it kind of gets really annoying to get back. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's the ally base one. Now I really have to get there. That's fine. I have one more allied thing to do, and then I can finally defend the allied base. And it says keep Lana safe as well. Probably be a lot of troops to defeat there while I get there. Because I'm strong, I'm not as worried about this. I'm just annoyed at the fact that that Fiend maybe took a while. Where's Rudel? I thought Rudel was right here. Where is she? Oh, she's way higher up than I thought. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, now that that's done, we have to go back to our base, clear out the forces before we attack Darunia. And Rudel's already almost dead because other bullets have been doing with him. And we could just do this. Oh, Goron's also our enemy. I find it quite interesting that we're facing Darunia again like we did the last time, but this time our Neon Ape is still in there. Okay, that's all the bad troops dealt with. Now we should be fine to go for Darunia again. And yes, in case you're wondering, the Cucco fight thing, that's actually a trap. You have to survive if you go in there. But in that case, we were required to go in there to weaken the enemy anyway. Okay. I've completely captured Escape. That was a lot of enemies killed there. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to do that. Oh, we have Darunia's intro, which we haven't seen in a long time. I find it quite interesting I had slashed slightly before he finally goes after you. There we go. It's too bad we could have used whoever that character was, because I am not able to get the reward for this until I come back later. And yes, I probably will do all of those on my own not on my own time, because I want to show you guys how interesting it can be. Alright. Here we go. Now we can get a... Oh yeah, this is where we have to use Darunia, and it's limited to him anyway. Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna be a... I shouldn't get through just to get to Skull Kid. Perhaps I won't have enough rupees to level Skull Kid up at all anyway. Oh boy. Well, this is a fire, so let's at least give us self-defense against that. And yes, this is normal quest, so we don't have to worry about the extra stuff here, but it is really annoying. And he's being used in Gerudo Desert. Alright, we'll just do this, unfortunately. Not a lot of the skills are actually as useful as I thought. Which is a bit annoying, but is what it is, I guess. Well, because Darunia is so slow, I'm gonna have to efficiently kill enemies or kill groups of enemies to get his A rank. Well, actually, there is no A rank mission thing available here. So I just have to get through it, never mind. Now, I do have to do something. Good, we defeated the scout before it could call for help. Alright. Trying to get to ya. We haven't really seen Darunia much except for having to use him as part of one of a different mission to get one of his items, but beyond that, it's the same thing as before. That move that he does right there is by far his best move, and that's about it. The rest of them are way too slow or not fast enough. Oh, I didn't even know there was an Voga here. That's Voga. Well, there's lots of stuff here. Yeah, I don't care. As long as our base doesn't fall, we're alright. But we're not alright because they're starting to attack our base. Because Hyrule is a bit slower than most, he has to do things a bit differently. Ah, darn it. Of course he's not strata for that. Thankfully this is an easier mission, so it's not as bad, but it's still really obnoxiously slow and annoying to do all this. And yes, for each of these we have to defeat a valued enemy captain. Okay, well, that's all the other captains down. Oh, we have to deal with Skull Kid stuff. Oh boy, now we have a bunch of forces advancing towards the Allied base again. Well, we still have to wait on a couple of other stuff, but at least now we know how to go through this mission. It's not actually as bad as I thought, just a bit annoying because Darunia is so slow, it takes forever to get to the mission, so that means I have to think a bit more on how I defeat each of these keeps, and here's our heart container first. Alright, one more treasure and we don't have to clear any more keeps anymore. Beyond that, we have to defeat the advancing forces. I guess he does make up a little bit of that by having a small bit of extra strength, and also this is a fire mission, so he does even more damage. So yeah, the fact that I know his combo does help out a little bit. Beyond that though, not fun. I'm probably just gonna have to go around doing a lot of other stuff, and because of all the bad stuff, I have to come back to the Allied base just to kill these troops so that they don't kill me. Oh, my base. But it also makes it more simpler because the enemies aren't actually, we don't have to go to the enemy base, instead they're coming to me. So, there we go. Now we don't have to deal with that attack anymore. And we could just put this commander out of his misery, which will make the enemy forces a bit stronger. Beyond that, though, there's nothing much else we can do. See, look how slow he goes. I bet you by the time he gets to some keeps, if he's trying to defend them, they'll practically already be taken. So that means he has to go a bit faster than usual. Okay. I would probably not normally defend this, but I find it kind of annoying that the rogue force always attacks us first. Okay, we made it out. Oh, there's more enemy forces to deal with. Okay, there we go. Now Skull Kid's forces are stronger, and more of them are advancing to the Allied base. So now we get to defeat the other proper commander. Wow, it did that same thing twice for some reason. Goodness, lots of enemies here. I don't even know where the other faction of Skull Kid's forces are. It's getting really annoying. I think to make this a bit faster, I need to have the rogue forces get stuck on the enemy forces and then other stuff happen. Thankfully, these guys are going right into the loop, so I'm just gonna use my sesh on them. Probably not gonna do enough. Almost actually killed him. The good thing is once you kill the captains of those characters, they immediately withdraw afterwards. Alright. Although we don't need an A rank, we'll probably end up getting it anyways, just because of how many times we had to defend the base there. And we did get our other item. It's gonna be... Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I need to take out Skull Kid now. Alright, that is the other item, so we don't longer need to collect any of those. They used to be very specific items. Like, which keep you had to take used to be really specific, but I feel like if you just take any 2 keeps, you receive them now. Also, we had to see Skull Kid's intro for the first time in a while. Goodness. That's a creepy intro. Oh gosh. That's a really obnoxious attack. It doesn't help that Daruni is already pretty slow, so there's not a good way to dodge that. I don't need A rank, so I'm not too fussed if I was, but I probably need it to advance on to a different area. Oh, that's actually not bad. That attack, if it lands on Skull Kid, will actually make him fall down. Alright, there we go. We finally got a special off on him. Alright, there we go. Done. What I find quite interesting is why they don't play the... they don't actually play the... Oh, the intro music or whatever. For, oh, jeez, my goodness. I can't see. What I find interesting is for Darunia, instead of them playing the default victory music, they play sort of a mixed tune, which includes Sarah-san from Ocarina of Time and the actual ending thing at the end. That just makes he tries. Darunia tries to have a unique edgy theme, but I still like it as much, just because, well, he is a bit slow. I don't really like slowness. Alright, well, that's the end of that video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.